Hello.
Yeah, if you ask me this question whether SSGMC, if I could get my first position when I was out of SSB, yes,
Yeah.
the answer is yes. I mean, if I remember well, I mean, some of you can check that on your mobiles. We passed engineering our final test, final exams in somewhere in July, you know. And if I remember, I left SSGMC in the evening by Vidarbha Express, you know. On 20th, it was probably a Friday, if I remember, 20th of July. Somebody can just check. If I remember, it's that's how it is. And on Saturday morning, I was in Mumbai, and I was scheduled for an interview on Monday, and I landed with a job right away on Tuesday, and that job was with a company known as Weightronics India Limited, which was making dynamic rail weighing systems, you know. So if you ask me honestly, yes, I did manage to get a job right immediately out of, once I was out of SSGMC, and the idea behind that was that, I mean, I always wanted to be into hardcore engineering. I mean, I was never much interested in doing software or any kind of other processes. And yes, that helped me, and that has helped me over the years in going to a company known as Cutout Junka Limited, and then working in ABB for the last 20-25 years into manufacturing.
So big round of applause. For last 25 years, he is with the single company called ABB. Yeah.
Right, so that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay. I got a piece of advice from Dr. Trikar. Some students, they would like to ask certain questions, right? Can you put forth your hand, please? The students would like to ask the questions. Yeah, please. So we go with the last one. So mention your name, your branch, and ask the question. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Navis Salim Ansari, and I'm pursuing mechanical engineering. So my question is, do mechanical engineering students do equally well in IT companies just like CS or IT students?
Anyone would like to take up the question?
I'm running a software company. If we have 100 engineers, so we have 50 mechanical engineers working for us, all the oil and gas software vertical. We have all the engineers who are mechanical engineers in the place. So it is, and they are better paid than IT guys because they are the one who give us the domain knowledge.
Wow. Good. So Alok, what exactly you are looking for? What kind of the personality you are looking for before hiring them?
See, Milind, what has happened that when I'm taking example on myself. When we were a student, we were so much on studies, clearing the papers, final year percentage, because the degree is on the final year marks. I was in a session with the students today, I think third year IT, electronics, third year IT. First thing, in our kind of organization, when we recruit somebody, when you join a regular position, your interaction with the second level, you're just senior. But in our kind of organization, when you go and meet the client or you have to interact with the client, he's a senior person. So the communication is first thing which we all have to have an excellent communication, communicating power in order to succeed in life. That's the first thing and only thing I say. If you have cleared the paper, means you know the subject. That practical knowledge anyway you will gain when you will come to the industry. But The second question which will be asked in your interview by HR, because the first question we all know, tell me something about yourself. And we are well prepared for that. So the second question which is going to be there, you have to answer well. By HR, not by technical people. So this is the only thing I am again saying, I am ready to have, because I am an alumni of this association, this college,
Great.
bottom 10 mechanical engineers every year from this college, if they can communicate well.
Wow. Good. So now this responsibility goes to you and TNP officer and TNP team extremely. My question goes to
Milind-
Pawan. Yeah,
Milind,
please, Anu, please.
I would like to add one more thing. I was interacting with some of the students. Since more students are there, there is a survey every year. Inspiring Mind is a company which does the survey for the employability. Now, for 2014, for engineers, the survey report says only 27% engineers are job ready. Now, this is pathetic. Only 27% engineers, they get their core and undefined allied services. Like, see, there are certain, for example, IT services and IT enabled allied. So there is a link. But undefined allied means koi bhi job mil jaye. So koi bhi job is not the objective. Objective is the job which you deserve and the job which you want. So in that case, rightly said that you need to develop certain things apart from your knowledge domain. Like professional traits, they are delivered at the college level. But personal traits are equally important, and it is to be gauged at every level of selection wherever you go and face the industry. So you need to develop both the traits parallelly so that you are job ready. This 27% is only the problem. They have sufficient knowledge. They are good in their job domain, knowledge domain. The only problem is they are not able to represent themselves. So we together took a resolution as a small class today that we will prove somebody wrong, at least at SSGMC level. Now, a couple of months back, Mr. Narayan Murthy, Infosys ex-founder director, there was a statement. He said, Indian engineering institutions are not producing engineers. So this is a point of worry. This is the perception what entrepreneurs, owners and industrialists, they are carrying. This is certainly not good for our industry, not good for our educational institution. Now, on the other hand, if SSGMC can achieve more than 50 to 60% placement, which was given by the placement sir, that is 123, some odd 123 out of 200, which is really an achievement and answer to Mr. Narayan Murthy that we can do. The only thing is, if you take it as a resolution, let us make it 100%. And the day we will communicate to everyone in this society that this is possible. I don't know about the rest of the world, but at least at SSGMC, it is possible. So this is a challenge to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Anup. So he spoke rightly said about the right selection and right choice. Pawan, I request you to throw some light on this. So basically, how the academic curricula, the project, third year project, final year project, and the overall percentage, so-called Amravati University and a great percentage, how the corporates, they are taking it up and what is the right weightage?
So, see, first of all, if you are doing any project as part of your curriculum, it is not to test your technical abilities per se. It is just to really gauge the aptitude that you bring. And I think if you look at all the, let's talk about some of the buzzwords right now that we hear. Google and Facebook and any of these top employers that we see going to the top campuses. I know for Google, for sure, right? They go to BITS Pilani every year. And they offer some, a very, very high package to them. But if you look at the test that they actually conduct there, it's got nothing to do with the technical knowledge. It's just the aptitude. Are you able to think logically? Right? And to me, if we all come from a very good families, right? And that foundation starts from there. SSGMC 4 years that you spend here, that adds to that. So your logical reasoning, thinking strengthens here. And that actually sets the aptitude that you can bring to work, right? Everything else with respect to the technical knowledge and the skill is just the skill set. Many top organizations, if you look at any of the top 100 in the Fortune 500 list, they don't hire for the skills. They hire for the value. Right? And that's where the aptitude. That's
Point
where,
to be noted. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where, when I look at myself, to me, all the career journey that I had so far, whatever we learned in our projects and curriculum here, even at that time was outdated. We learned microprocessor 8085. Nobody was using it that time. You must be going through microcontroller right now, right? By the way, let me tell you, nobody uses that. Everybody uses Android. But microcontroller project, if you are doing today, will help you bring out the right aptitude in yourself. So it is not worthless that way, right? If you do that project very well, you will obviously able to gain the technical skills in a real quick time. And then you can really use that aptitude to solve the Android problem as well. So that is to do with the first part of your question. Second is Amravati University or SSGMC. Honestly, when I was at SSGMC, I never thought people would recognize the degree that we have, the degree that we get here from the Amravati University, because most of the IT jobs that we actually aspire to really get for ourselves, they are all in the metros in India or outside of India. And outside of India, only metros exist. Nobody knows where Amravati is. Nobody knows where the SSGMC is. But I can tell you with a lot of pride that I have, right? I have met with many people who are from SSGMC,
Wow.
Me included, right? And a fantastic career journey they had, right? So one of the ego I had when I was at SSGMC because I couldn't get admission in IIT was really to get to a point in my career so that I would hire the IITians and make them work for me. And now it's like 21 years of being in the profession I am in. I think the first IIT grad I hired was about 13 years back. And trust me, it satisfied my ego.
Wow. Thanks, Let me ask Ashutosh, how the students they can plan their career, and what is that finishing touches, finishing product? Nowadays, this is a buzzword. So finishing schools, finishing products. So, what is take on?
Friends, if I go back 25 years, in fact 1983 when this college started, that time I was at I think on 8th or 9th class, and when I joined this college in 86, I thought chalo college ban gaya, hum log admission leke will start our career, So that time my dad said, look, this is not your cup of tea, but still if you want, you pursue your career. Believe me, we used to travel all the way from on cycle, that to double sit, and with the 4 shades over here. The scorching heat, we used to give the papers, and all the time when we pass out from this college, we said, what is this? There's no good infrastructure, nothing. So we used to keep that. And when I used to talk to this with my son, by the way, he's now in BITS. He's recently admitted in BITS, which I was pressurizing him to join over here. But looking at that, background, he was a little bit skeptical. And last 2 months back, I was here along with him. When he saw this entire infrastructure, he said, "आप तो मेरे से झूठ बोल रहे हैं." No? So I could not convince him that time. Was look, this was the entire transformation, and I spoke to a couple of people yesterday and today that if you see that the latest central store of the food processing unit, which serve all the people, all the devotee every day, fantastic. Believe me, that is the state-of-art structure with complete planning. You know, the people are working as per the defined plan. There is no moderator, there is no manager, there is no team leader, which are the buzzwords today in the industry. And this is a real transformation. So what in the context what Milind is saying, I think, and what Anup and other panelists have said, you should be focused in terms of what you want to do. Don't be there in a rat race. I lost 1.5 years because of the dual mindset, whether I should start my career as an engineer or whether I should start my business. My intention was a business, but unfortunately it could not went through because of certain reasons. I tried a couple of times with Midcon, because that time Midcon used to finance the project. And because of sheer depression, I started my career as an engineer. Okay? But in my back of my mind that since I thought I should have my own business, after 18 years I got an opportunity and I started my own business. And that time I was alone. Today we have 1,000 people. So if you have focus, you have determination, if you have hard work, if you have right attitude and risk-taking abilities, all this you will get in due course of time, but the focus and the right attitude, I think, is on the top priority. And as all the panelists said, you must have certain skills. I'm not saying at a very high level, but certain skills which you feel that you are proud of. You know, if somebody is taking admission in computer science or other core branch, does not mean you should go for computer science. The first question somebody asked about mechanical engineering. Believe me, this is the top rated branch today. Mechatronics is a new concept coming up, and my son was to take an admission in mechatronics because this is a mix of electronics and mechanical, but somehow he could not get an admission. There are only few colleges who runs mechatronics as a subject. So there are a lot of potential. There is a tremendous opportunities available within India, and don't look at the tag like I am from IIT, I am from BITS, or I am from high skill educations institute. Most of the people who have come out of SHGMC are doing fantastic, and I am proud. I am really proud to all the alumni and you guys that you are in the best hand today. Thank you very much.
Great. Yeah. I will be coming to you, but let me complete this process and then the floor will be open. I will be asking some question to Mangesh, the serial entrepreneur. And we have a few alumni sitting over here. Let me mention, we have Balkrishna Pillai, then we have Abhay Harane, Hemant Darvekar, then Mr. Taele, then Shashi Singh, Mr. Chauhan, and if anybody joins later. So we can ask the questions to these alumni who are already in this auditorium. But I have this question, when we said the finishing touches and transforming from campus to corporate. So campus to corporate transformation, finishing schools, and how they can shape their career, maybe 3 lines by each panelist. So we're starting with Anup. I would like to take these 3, and what is your guidance to the students? So maybe...
See, as I already said, that other than technical know-how, right kind of attitude needs to be developed. Because whenever we look for a professional, be it mechanical engineer or anyone, the technical knowledge and then how you represent your technical knowledge, what type of attitude you have, do you have that much of submission? So this is one. Second, learning. unless and until you continue your learning process, you are never complete. The day you stop learning, you are dead. As a professional, you are dead. So develop that type of learning attitude in yourself. Every time do something like, I am in a learning process, nothing is over. And third, which is the need of the day, is innovation. You have to be innovative. If you go with the orthodox systems, perhaps tomorrow somebody will replace you. It's the fastest changing world. And especially if you talk about technology, if you are not updated, if you are not innovated, then certainly you are bound to lose your charm. So these are the things which I feel is important. Thank you.
Alok.
See, to me, first thing, I think we all are in sync that other than you have to develop yourself other than domain. I'll say only one more point. You should always be in a hunt for something unique. When I say something unique, see, if today you will see or you are reading the newspaper, every month you will find that a great idea has been converted into the great business. So that great idea comes from the people like us. So while going through your learning process, keep on looking for that an idea from your course, from your training program, that what is there which an industry will require in an automated process which is not present. This will enhance your confidence, your knowledge towards your domain also, and this particular point will help the industry to move further. So that one idea you should always be in search or in hunt of that okay, I am going to give one idea to the industry. When the moment I'll move out, that if you'll do this, this will happen. See, why if you look at that, the unit we have visited yesterday, where I think about 1 lakh people food can be processed in 4 to 5 hours. Why it has been developed? Or why the automation has took place for this? Because of the need. So while studying, you are not into the industry, you may find out, okay, if you'll do this, this can be a pain area which we can help out in removing this pain area from the industry. So once you're out of the college, somebody talk about Google, I think Panjwani talk about Google. I know a person with only 4 years of experience within the Google, his package is about 32 lakh rupees per annum. 4 years of experience. He went with a great idea which he gave it to the Google at the time of interview. So you have to look for that. Whether you are in IT, whether you are in mechanical, or whether you are in electrical or electronics, there are pain areas. Whatever advanced we will become today, the transformation is so fast that that great idea is always required from someone. It can be you also. Thank you.
Uday. In 3 lines, how you can kite?
Well, if it's 3 lines, then I'll just say that I follow the 3S. I sincerely request all of you to follow the 3S philosophy, what I think about, and that's, you be very systematic in your life. Okay, as a student, you would not have been systematic. I'm not saying that you're not systematic, but then there is always this tendency that you try to be, I was talking to some people in the morning today about the schoolboy syndrome, So it's not that, don't follow that schoolboy syndrome. Try to be systematic. That is the first is. Have the spirit, have that spirit inside you that yes, you want to do it and you will do it, because then whatever happens with you happens, whatever you decide happens with you, So you need to have that spirit, and then you need to have that speed, You need to quickly be in a position to adapt yourself. You need to quickly be in a position to learn new things. You need to be quickly in a position to ensure that, things don't go really out of control. So I would say that it's the 3S philosophy. It's be systematic, have the spirit, right spirit, and have the right speed,
Pawan?
See, my perspective, three things would be, first of all, accept the fact that there is going to be a competition. So don't avoid it, face it. Right? Prepare yourself. Work so hard, real hard, so that you are the best. And third, retain the curiosity that you would have with you. It's very important. Right? The curiosity to really just know everything that you don't know today. Those three things. That's what I think would really transform you into a seamless and soft landing you will get into the corporate world.
Mangesh.
I think we'd seen that movie long back, Apna Sapna, Money Money, right? So that is what everybody is aspiring tomorrow. So I'll give you the first step. So this is food for thought for everybody sitting here. So once you go home from here, look around and see what are the problems you, your family, your society is facing. Okay? Try to figure out some solution or service related to that. Correct? And by the time you pass out your final year, try to make out some money out of selling that product or service. Try to make some money. So that is the idea which you have made commercial by the time you pass out from the college. One small example before I conclude. Innovation can be anything. It can be creating something new, improvising something new, or increasing the efficiency of something which is existing. A small example, there was a government building which was built in Delhi some times back. So the building was very beautiful, but there were a lot of complaints coming for the lift of that building, right? A lot of complaints. The register was full with the complaints that the lift size is small. So the officials started working towards finding a solution. So the person who was maintaining that lift, he came to the manager there and he said, "Sir, I have a solution for this which will nullify all the complaints." So what did he tell the manager? He said, "Sir, we'll put mirrors in the lift, 4 mirrors on 4 sides." So after they installed the mirrors, the complaints came to 0. You know why? Because everybody started looking at themselves when they entered the lift. And nobody now is bothered about the size of the lift, right? So this is also innovation. So once you go home, please think a small service or solution which you can create this year, and by the end of 4th year, that is final year, you make it profitable. That is my say on this. Thank you.
Well said, Mangesh. Friends, strategic location को यदि छोड़ा जाए, see what is the difference between the SSGMC and the top ranked institutions? I don't say it's a advantageous, but it's a disadvantage. If this SSGMC would have been in Pune or Mumbai, this will be the far better than IITs. I hope you agree with me. Only difference is strategic location. I'm sure you people, you are finding some challenges, some pain areas in industry exposure, getting the recent projects, getting the recent hand-ons. Somebody said Android, but it's hardly difficult to find a person who is expertise on the Android and coming here and teaching it to you. So these are the challenges. This floor is open, and I invite the quick questions from you people. Yeah, please. Please you introduce yourself, take the name to the all alumni, and you can ask the question or share your reviews, whatever.
This is Nitin Vayal. I passed out in 2004, mechanical engineering. And can I interact? Yeah. I would like to interact with Mangesh Wankhede. And he is a friend of mine. And Mangesh, there is a saying goes like this, ki, a friend is someone who overlooks your failures and tolerates your success. And you can see I'm trying hard. Okay. So my question is this, ki, what do you mean when you say to me that I will be retired by 40? I don't think Major Poonam Khoth, your wife, will allow that. Okay? And I can see you are wearing that kurta with the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. What are you doing? Means you are going to plan to Himalayas or what?
All right. Thanks, Nitin, for that motivation. So what he means, like when I say I want to retire by 40, so that means, see, by 40 when I retire, I want to do something which interests me to the core, right? So maybe I may say that, yes, working for the society, social works give me more kick. So I want to earn enough of wealth by 40 and then I could dedicate myself to my society. That is what I mean.
Wow, great. So questions from the audience, please. So put your hands. Yeah, the girl, middle one. So introduce yourself, tell your name, branch, and ask the question. Hold mic like this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Priya Verma and I am from Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. My question is, when the interviewer asks, especially to a girl student, whether she is ready to work in night shift or not, what should we answer?
So who would like to take it first? I mean, we should have been called for the lady alumni here. Yeah.
You know, the short and first answer should be whatever you want. No, the jokes apart. See, and because you know I work for a bank and we support our business in US, so there is a justified business reason for many corporates to really expect that the workforce in India would be open to work any time of the day, so that we are able to support all the global markets, right? Now, to me, if I look at the surveys that are conducted by the NASSCOM in India, right, it suggests that people below 25 years of age, they are happy to work any time of the day, provided they are compensated accordingly, irrespective of the gender. That's what they have conducted the survey. Now, I have, when we go and interview people, and if we get this kind of a question or a response which is not really conducive to what we expect, we are okay with it. Because honestly, there's no corporation in India can sustain if the scale for them is anything less than 10,000 people. And in the 10,000 people, even if I assume a 1-to-1 ratio for male and female, right? I think the chances of me encountering this situation would be like 1 in 250. And we'll be okay to accommodate that request. So I don't think you can feel free to say that you would not want to work in a night shift. That's all right.
Say, I request Mr. Pillai, please.
Thank you, sir.
Person, hold on some time. He would like to answer your question. This is the alumni with more than 28 years of experience.
Hello.
Sir Balkrishna Pillai, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was in the second batch. I passed out in '88. Yeah, I've got almost 29 years of industry experience with me. If you are asked a question like that, you can also inquire with the interviewer what is the kind of gender diversity that the company has. Okay, today a lot of companies have this kind of a quotient, gender diversity, which is the male to female ratio. Yeah. So as long as that is around 30-40% and more, I think that is a good company to work for. And believe me, I used to work for a company which started BPO services way back in '93. The whole of India would have possibly heard that in 99, 2000 BPOs. Okay, but we had to actually go to the houses of lot of females whom we hired, trying to convince their parents that this is a good opportunity and please allow your daughters to work in the companies that were hiring for them. Yeah. So look at the gender diversity. Okay, if it's a 30%, 40% ratio, I think it should be a good company. Okay, it respects women and they encourage women to work in those companies.
Great. So, Anup, just hold for a second. It's Abhay. Abhay would like to take this call, and then Anup.
Yeah, as I am working in the power sector, where 24/7, all the employees are working in the shift. I have visited Andhra Pradesh, AP Genco, the generating company of AP Genco, and I have seen there in the control rooms of the power stations, many of the ladies are working in the night shift. They have provided them the right facilities there, the adjacent washroom, the CCTVs. And I asked the shift in charge, who is the in charge of the plant, how do you collect all this information and how you do kind of work from these ladies? तो उसका एक ही जवाब था कि जितने आप लोग ठीक नहीं करते उतनी ये लड़कियां अच्छा काम करती है.
Wow.
This was the answer.
Woman power.
Yeah. We work according to the Factory Act 1948. 1948 के फैक्ट्री एक्ट के हिसाब से शाम को 6-7 बजे के बाद में लेडीज को फैक्ट्री में अलाउड नहीं था. Now we have done an amendment. But the thing is that the consent from the ladies is must. At Bhusawal TPS, उसके लिए जो minimum basic लगता है, I have created adjacent washroom, put up the CCTVs in the control room. Also, पाळणा घर सुद्धा मी तिथे बनवलं बाहेर.
Wow.
That is the requirement. But sorry to say, out of 125 ladies employees working out of 1400 there, none of them have given me consent up till now. But hope की consent आएगा आणि मला असं वाटतं की जितकी काळजी तुम्हाला महिलांना त्यांच्या घरच्यांबद्दलची असते तितकीच प्रोफेशनल लोकांना तुमची काळजी असते. दिस इज द वे यू रिस्पेक्ट प्रत्येक मेल जो तुमचा काउंटर पार्ट तिथे आहे तो सुद्धा तुमची तितकीच काळजी घेईल ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही चांगलं काम कराल. तर मला वाटतं की तो दिवस दूर नाही आहे की काही दिवसानंतर लेडीज सुद्धा शिफ्टमध्ये खूप चांगल्या काम करू शकतील. अँड अकॉर्डिंगली दिस न्यू गव्हर्नमेंट हॅज पास ऑन द रेझोल्युशन ॲक्टमध्ये अमेंडमेंट सुद्धा केलेली आहे. त्याच्यामुळे आता दुसरा कोणतंही बंधन नाही. बट द थिंग इज द कन्सेंट फ्रॉम यू इज व्हेरी मच एसेन्शियल. थँक्यू.
Great. Thanks, Abhay. Maybe Anup would like to conclude. Yeah.
See, one of my observation जब सर ने ये कहा कि लड़कियां अच्छा काम करती हैं तो सारी ताली इधर से बजी है. So please don't be partial. Boys must admit if there is a fact and fact is always true. Now, apart from the security consent, which is most important, I would like to add one more thing, which is which I have observed that there is always a work-life balance. So, work-life balance means you have to be very careful of your society, because you are living in a society where your job, your work, your responsibilities are defined. Being a female candidate, you know that till I am unmarried, my responsibilities and my job definitions will be different. After marriage, in our Indian society, many of the cases, this changes. So normally my observation is, शादी के पहले आप नाइट शिफ्ट को अगर सिक्योरिटी एंड अदर थिंग्स आर देयर आप ऑप्ट कर सकती हैं. शादी के बाद ससुराल को करने दे डिसीजन कि नाइट शिफ्ट करना है नहीं करना है, बिकॉज यू हैव टू मेंटेन द वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस. थैंक यू.
Next question, please. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. I'm Shubham Sikwal from final year mechanical engineering. I would like to grasp this opportunity to ask a question. When an experience or my age is there in front of me, I would like the guidance. Sir, one situation is there. When I was in HR of TCS, he asked me one question. You are given a job as a software engineer, but I am from mechanical engineering side, and I want to start up my own business after 3 to 5 years of experience. I thought that answer to that question was, I thought if I am leaving my branch, then my entire core knowledge will be lost in 5 years span. So after that, I would not be having mechanical engineering knowledge, and that too, software knowledge will not be sufficient to start a software business. So whether a mechanical engineering with such thought goes to should go to software companies or not. And one more thing is, many of my friends criticized me when I said no to that HR. So what should be the next course of action? Should I give interviews for the software companies, or whether I should wait for the core companies?
Very good question. Very good question. Maybe, yeah.
So good question. And since you said that you have been criticized by your friend, there are a lot of people available in the society who always try and criticize someone else, you know. So my advice is, let them criticize. You know what you want to do. If you are focused, if you are having the right attitude and the self within, because that is more important. Probably, or I'm not saying probably, but to my experience, you'll succeed in that. So forget about the criticism. Okay, don't give too much weightage to that. Number two is, there might comes a situation wherein you are an electronics student. If you take our all examples, I am from industrial electronics, he's from industrial electronics, he's from computer. So he stick to his line of branch like computer. But I moved from industrial electronics to IT. He moved from industrial electronics to somewhere else. You know? So that doesn't matter too much, because it's a foundation layer. And Darvekar was sitting here, and today morning 5 o'clock I picked up one of my friend. He said, so I just asked him, what are you doing now? He said, I've done some 17, 18 years work in one of the college, and now in the process I've completed LLB or something like that. LLB, correct? And he asked me same question. I don't know, whatever I've studied, I'm not utilizing that knowledge anywhere. You know, he's a live example sitting over here. So forget about all that stuff. And only thing is that you be focused, because you have to develop the multi-skills. It's not that if you are into the computer, only that branch will survive you. Because what Panjwani sir said, or Uday or anybody else, or even Anup, that you need extracurricular points or activities which help you or which couples your experience more. And this HR will handle that questions, and they will fire this type of questions to you to judge your, you know, the mental capability, or to judge your inner voice. So my only advice is, do whatever you want and be focused and be positive.
Sir, I would like to add something.
Yeah.
What I answered was, honestly I answered, because I was not मुझे एक software job नहीं चाहिए था. I honestly answered him, sir, if you are giving me anything else with mechanical, like if I am having a mechatronics project or I am having a software project that is associated with mechanical knowledge, I am ready for it. But if you are giving me solely software or solely electronics or anything else, I am not ready for that. But like, should I give?
I'm answering your first question. First, I will just put a word. He gave 3 examples, Deoskar, on a light note. And all the 3 people are from industrial electronics. And this is the reason we don't have industrial electronics branch in our college now. Because they don't stick to their branch work, domain work. See, have you ever thought why TCS has come to hire a mechanical engineer for software programming?
Wow, basic question, good question.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because what I personally think and why I choose mechanical engineering is, I think mechanical subjects give student an opportunity to develop the logic more than anything else. Because if we are having a drawing, I'm sorry, I know many of non-mechanical students are sitting over here.
You have picked up a point which will help other mechanical engineers sitting in this hall. So this is a very good question. I must say, one of the best question till now we have. Please.
while choosing mechanical engineering, what first thought I had is drawing. When I'm drawing something, like it develops the logic, and that's all I required for my future.
Now you are developing a drawing, and that drawing have a logic, and programming is nothing but that transforming that logic into a language which can be understood by the domain people. I'm running a software company. Fortunately, we also have mechanical engineers in our software company for oil and gas sector projects. So TCS, I have many of my relatives working for TCS who were not actually software engineers or IT engineers. Couple of them are mechanical engineers. In engineering today, the huge development is on. You work on AutoCAD?
Yes, sir.
Work on AutoCAD?
Yes, sir.
AutoCAD is a software. Now on the top of AutoCAD, a lot of automation is taking place, which a normal computer science or IT engineer will never be able to do it. So either a mechanical engineer should be there who are telling them what to do, and then they will put that knowledge into the coding. So there are 2 manpower required for that. And they know you are a mechanical engineer, you are a logical person as computer science or IT engineer. So once they will use your knowledge, they will enhance your skill set to develop the tools for engineering industry, which is your core domain. To me, I do not want to criticize you, because even I say that you should do that, whatever your heart says that it is you want to do. But you would have choose this, and tomorrow once you will develop this kind of product or solution and you want to become entrepreneur, this would have been helped you like anything. So for others, this is a message or this is a suggestion from my side. I'm owning a software company, having an engineering solution which works on engineering, also project planning mein kaam karta hai, and a lot of we also develop a lot of tool on the top of AutoCAD, and we do develop a lot of tool on the top of ArcGIS, and we need mechanical engineers or civil engineers to develop those kind of solutions. This is enhancement of your knowledge. It will enhance your career opportunities, and if you would have done that, 3 years down the line, you would have been 20% better than a normal computer science engineer. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody would like to take a question from alumni side, sitting up the dais? Or should we move on to the next questions? Last 3 questions, please. Just put your hands.